What is good, Ninja? OG over here from PlayerEssence, and welcome to the PE Nintendo Switch and Gaming News video. Today we've got some great information for you guys, like always, in addition to a little bit of a discussion at the end about the devaluation, or at least my theory of the devaluation of PS4 and Xbox One games. So let's go ahead and get into this first here. So, Nintendo Switch eShop charts October 6th, 2017 through October 12th, 2017 are here, and this is a pretty interesting chart when it comes to the top 20. A lot of games have pretty much somewhat stayed placed, but some of them went down. But there's an interesting game at number 4 considering the type of videos that have been made. So let's get into the bottom first. So at number 20 we got Splatoon 2, number 19 One Piece Unlimited World Red, number 18 Snipper Clips Plus Cut It Out Together, number 17 NBA 2K18, number 16 Lovers in a Dangerous Space Time, number 15 The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, number 14 Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle, number 13 Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, which slipped down 7 spots from last week, so that's interesting. Number 12 Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, number 11 Minecraft Nintendo Switch Edition, number 10 Pokken Tournament DX, which slipped down a few spots as well. Number 9, Axiom Verge, which is a brand new title to the mix here. Number 8, Sonic Mania, which went up 1 spot. Number 7, Overcooked Special Edition, which went up a few spots as well. Number 6, SteamWorld Dig 2. Number 5, Arcade Archives Mario Bros. Number 4, FIFA 18, and that's the game that I want to talk about a little bit after this. Number 3, Picross. Number 2, Golf Story, which is down 1 spot from the new number 1, is Stardew Valley on the Nintendo Switch. So let's talk about this because a lot of people have been making videos somewhat or not about FIFA and the sales, but I still feel the sales are probably overall going to be low. But the fact that it actually reached up to number 4 on the eShop charts, that's actually a feat that we didn't see beforehand when it comes to sports games. When it came to like the Wii U or even the 3DS, none of these games ever made it into the top charts. Like, they never did. So even if FIFA or NBA, maybe they don't sell as much as the other systems, which is granted, that's probably not going to happen. There's a combination of factors for that, whether it's the online for Nintendo, whether it's those versions having better graphics and all that, or just a bigger established base. The whole point of this is the fact that these type of games are selling more than they did on previous Nintendo systems when it came to the last generation or 3DS and Nintendo Wii U. It's pretty simple. It's easy to see that they are selling better, and I think the thing that's selling them, and then especially once Nintendo gets everything in line, I think it's really going to take off when it comes to things, because having the option to play the game portably is inherently better than having the option to only play it in one place. It doesn't matter what's going on here. Obviously, if you care about graphics and frame rate and all that, then you want to play it a certain way. But for a lot of people out there, they just want to be able to play the game and having a version that you can take anywhere you want in addition to on the TV, and if it's still looks and plays good, that's good for them. So I was a little bit shocked to see FIFA actually move up. Usually what you see with certain type of games, especially like FIFA 18, where it's kind of like maligned based on some of the features left out from the other versions, you usually see it debuted at one spot then go down because people are just like, skip this. But it actually went up 4 spots from where it was before, I think at number 8 the previous week. So it'll be interesting to see how long it stays up on those charts, because the file size isn't very big, especially considering to a game like NBA 2K18, which requires a micro SD card and is 20-something gigabytes in space, whereas FIFA, I think, is less than 9 gigabytes, so you can just download it on there. So maybe that's the reason why it's kind of surged up a little bit. People just want to play some football on the go. So what do you guys think about these charts here as far as the number 1 through 20 Stardew Valley? That's going to be hard to dethrone that game, especially Stardew Valley and Golf Story. Those are both cheap, really good games packed full of content that you can play for a long time, and you can get those for $30 total. You'll spend $30 for those 2 games, and those games are really top quality when it comes to just gameplay and things like that. And hours as far as content goes, you're gonna have a ton of content for $30. That's hard to beat when it comes to things. So what do you guys think about these charts here? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Alright, and moving into the next article here, the Flame in the Flood Day 1 Nintendo Switch sales beat all the other Day 1 sales on every single platform it's been released on. So this is coming from Curve Digital Publishing Director Simon Byron. The Flame in the Flood has beaten all Day 1 sales for all other platforms it's been released on. The success of Flame in the Flood has resulted in increased interest for this upcoming title, Bomber Crew, as well. Bomber Crew is now the publisher's most wish-listed game prior to launch. And then here's what Simon had to say on the matter. It's a great relief having our personal enthusiasm for the Nintendo Switch being backed up by the sales success. It's been incredibly frustrating only having anecdotal evidence about the buzz for Switch titles, so we've been generally desperate to get the game out there so we could get some hard data ourselves. There was a real buzz in the office this morning. Managing Director Jason Perkins was in before me, which is very rare indeed, and it was specifically due to the excitement of seeing figures. I had a number in my head which I would be very pleased with, and it was a third over that. Indeed, it's fair to say it's the best day on any console since we've been publishing it, beating any other format we had launched on. It's done just under half of our first full month forecast in a day. There are always nerves around launching a new title, and particularly on a new format, but The Flame in the Flood is a perfect fit on the Nintendo Switch, and we're delighted it's been received so well. Next up for the Nintendo Switch will be Serial Cleaner with Human Fall Flat following in December. So let's talk about this just a little bit. I think Nintendo Switch fans, obviously everyone wants like big games and all that stuff like that, but I honestly feel that Nintendo Switch fans just want to play games. Like, I don't care they think too much about it. I think the real vocal type of people obviously are screaming and yelling AAA this and all that, but I think at the end of the day, people just want to play great games. They just want to have fun. And I think the Nintendo Switch obviously offers that when it comes to just playing great games, because there's always a bunch of different games coming out on the system. So that's why I think the success, along with the whole portable and stuff that I've already discussed multiple times, guys, but I think just the fact that just games to play, something new, something different to try, and I really honestly feel people just don't care. Some people out there that have a Switch, they're not hardcore into checking every single bit of news and complaining about certain things and crying about AAA this when games cost $60. A lot of people can't even afford to spend all the money on all these games that are coming out anyway, and there's cheap alternatives that you can play anywhere when you have time, and people are just like, all right, I'll pick this up. Otherwise, you wouldn't see this type of success. There's no way you would see this type of success with an install base that's just a fraction of PS4, Xbox One, and PC, yet all of these indie developers are coming out and saying this is doing best on this system here. So I just feel people just want to play games, and that's cool, right? It's just cool to just pick up, play a game, not worry about anything else. And that's kind of how I've been doing things for a while now, man. You just pick up, you play a game. If it looks interesting to you, you buy it. If it doesn't, then it doesn't. There's no need to talk about AAA and non-AAA and all this junk. Just play the games that you want to play that look fun, right? So what do you guys think about this as far as their success in addition to the other titles that have been having success on the Nintendo Switch? Give me your thoughts in the comment section below. Alright, and moving on to the last topic here. I wanted to discuss the devaluation of the big mainstream games out there, because I've talked about this before, at least given my thoughts on it, but I was looking on Twitter and Video Game Deals, at Video Game Deals, who's also called Cheap You Know What Gamer, link in the description below. I've been following him for a very long time, and he actually put up a deal for Destiny 2 at NewZ for $35.99, and I was thinking to myself, Destiny 2 for $35.99, pretty good price if you like Destiny, right? And I was like, wait a minute, Destiny 2? We're not talking about Destiny 1. For some reason, I put Destiny 1 in there, which I shouldn't have, but I was thinking, wait, Destiny 2? And I'm like, that game just came out September. That was last month, and you can already get the game for $35.99. About a month later, you can get the game for nearly 50% off of the price. $35.99. So I was thinking, maybe it's just a NewZ thing, because obviously NewZ always has pretty good deals. So then I go over to Amazon.com, and you can get the game for $10 off. $49.99, less than a month away, and we're pretty close to Black Friday, to where it's probably going to be $25 at GameStop with the special deal. So why even bother in the first place? Unless Destiny is like your #1 game that you have to go to, there is no point in buying some of these games brand new, especially when Destiny, one of the biggest games, AAA, massive budget, all of that stuff, reviewed somewhat well, I think 80% or whatever the case is, definitely not as high as some people make it out to be, or the sales that are giving it, but still, good game in its own right? And the fact that it's already this cheap, and it's probably even just going to go cheaper than that, shows to me there's systematically something wrong when it comes to the value of games in these days. And look, it's great for the consumer, right? You pick up a game 2-3 months down the line and it's already cheaper, but something tells me something else is causing that, which I've discussed before, but I honestly feel, I think next generation, whatever Microsoft and Sony need to do to bring back the value in their games, because even with PS3 and Xbox 360, I didn't see these high-level games like this go down as fast. Usually it was a progression like Horizon Zero Dawn, where that actually took a while before it got some substantial price cuts. It wasn't like a month later you can get the game for $35 on Newegg. It took a while before it actually dropped down to some prices, and even still at this point, it's still not like it's 20 bucks or anything like that because of the value of that game for some. Maybe because it was really good, but sometimes we've seen other games that are really good and reviewed just as high drop down quick. Persona 5 was one of those games that actually dropped down a little bit quicker than I thought that it would. But I honestly feel next generation, or whatever the case is, Microsoft and Sony really need to do whatever they can to make the games actually physical again. It should be an option to install on the hard drive. I honestly feel if it was an actual real physical game, not this, oh, you download the whole game to your hard drive and then it takes up your space and then the disc is just the disc you put in for DRM verification. If it was actually a real game and it plays like that, and maybe there's optional half install or something like that, there needs to be better technology put into this thing. I don't know how they're going to do it. I don't know when or if they're going to do it, but I would like to see some better technology, and I think that might preserve the value of the games a little bit more. Now, I do feel that it's a combination, because I was talking to a Dreamcast guy via Twitter and also another person as well, so shout out to the Dreamcast guy as well. Make sure you guys all go subscribe if you're not. And there's just a combination of things, you know. I do feel that Steam, PC, as far as the Steam sales and all of that, and the value of those games as far as the price at launch being cheaper than a lot of the PS4 and Xbox One games, and Steam becoming easier and easier to get into for people, rigs becoming easier and easier to build. I do think that's also eating into it as well. But the funny thing is that with Nintendo Switch, the values aren't going down. For example, like on the Nintendo Switch, if you want to buy like Ultra Street Fighter 2, the Final Challengers, that game's $36.49 on Amazon. So it's literally like $4 off of the normal price, and it came out back in May. The value is holding up a lot longer, even for games with less value, and I think because of that actual real physical cartridge, I feel that there's more value in that people are seeing, in combination to not having that whole Steam cloud looming over its head like PS4 and Xbox One do. And I think also there's other factors too, Nintendo, the Switch, the style of the system, the popularity of it. But yeah, what do you guys think? What do you think is causing the devaluation or the devaluing of these different games when it comes to PS4 and Xbox One? Because Destiny's not the only victim. There's been many other games released. Heck, Prey was like 20 bucks a few months after it launched on specials and sales. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Alright, Ninja, that wraps it up for this video here. Go ahead and check out the links in the description below. We've got Facebook, we've got Twitter. Go ahead and give us a like and a follow on our social media. Really helps us spread the content of PlayerEssence across the interwebs in addition to YouTube. Also, make sure you check out our Patreon page, pledge any tier, be entered in to win some cool prizes, and take part in tournaments that we do have. Also, make sure you check out our brand new YouTube live gaming page and consider sponsoring PlayerEssence. When you do so, it works very much like Twitch, to where you can earn emotes for the chat. Plus, you can get entered into my friends list in order to participate in tournaments. We do have a Splatfest going down this weekend, so make sure you check out the link in the description below and sponsor us on YouTube Gaming Live. Also, make sure you hit that like button if you did like this video. Lets me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future. And subscribe to PlayerEssence for the latest Japanese, RPG, and Nintendo gaming news. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you, Ninja, for the next video. Peace.